Alright guys, we are gonna do this again. As you guys might have known, I had done a video where I opened a wheat penny roll, and I was saying that I hadn't done a video like this in 4 years, if you can believe it. I'm gonna do it again. Because as you know, some of you guys might have known, I stated in the video that I had 3 total rolls. Now, the final roll I'm saving for the end because it has a very, very nice BU wheat penny on the end. So I figure I'd save that for the finale. Or, like I said in the first video, if this roll doesn't turn out, I'm probably just going to include the second roll. But as long as we get at least 1 or 2 pre-40s and a couple nice ones, I'll be okay. Now, another thing I want to say is sometimes in these videos, sometimes I start the video with the tripod already set up. So usually what I like to do in my videos is I like to show my channel page pulled up on my computer and then, you know, do the intro. But I'm not gonna end up doing that if I end up already having the tripod set up. And I actually originally wasn't gonna do the tripod for this, but yeah, this is roll number 2. I no really need to for an introduction. I'm gonna open it, and I was surprised at the last roll, because we actually did not get any steel pennies, which it looks like we might have a couple nice ones. We didn't get any steel pennies. I had that one end coin that I thought was a steel penny, but it turns out it wasn't. So, and honestly, by the edges, I don't see any steel pennies in this roll either. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break this in half like that, and then I will put this half like this. Excuse the sniffling, guys. My allergies have been absolutely terrible lately. And we'll just do it like this. So, I can already tell we're gonna have a BU one right there. Oh, is that an Indian head penny? Oh, it is an Indian head penny. Look at that, guys. I didn't even notice that at first. That is an Indian head penny for sure. Alright, I'm much more excited about this. Okay. And you know what? I'm actually really happy with that. That's actually really... Actually, you know what? You guys can't even see it. I zoomed in. I was saying, oh, there's an Indian head penny right there. You can tell by the look. So I'm really excited about this, and I'm really happy about that because that's more than I could have expected from a wheat penny roll. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna do what I did last time, where I first sort them out by decade, and then afterwards I sort them by individual year. So first one, 1956 Philly. Second one, 1945, in pretty good shape. It's got a splash of red on it. 45 Philly. Might be an upgrade. Alright. 1952 Denver. Wow, look at that going, guys. Oof. That is awesome. Wow. That is awesome. And what's even cooler about this is I have a really nice 51S that I found coin roll hunting quite a few years back, actually in 2019, but my 51 Denver is not this nice. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Well, that is going to be an upgrade for sure. That is going to be a for sure book upgrader. Alright, next one. 1945 Philly. In really bad condition. And, obviously the BU ones I will set aside, but when I go through them and sort them by date, I will also take out the ones that even have a little bit of red on them. Oh, there's another one. Wow, this rolls a lot better already. Some toning. 45S. It's got kind of that wood grain appearance in the back. We got another, wow, look at that. That is a blazer. You know, one thing I was also thinking about, not necessarily related to the wheat penny roll, but it's been forever since I have found a BU wheat penny. I used to find them quite a bit, but it's been at least a couple years since I found like a uncirculated wheat penny. So, and these don't look cleaned either. A lot of times when you get rolls like this, oftentimes they end up being like clean coins that are meant to look really nice, but no, these don't look clean. Let's see what year it is. 1957. 1957. I believe my 1957 is already really nice, but that's another BU one. Next up, 1946S. 1957 Denver. In pretty good shape. It's brown, but it's in pretty good condition. And then, hoping we get some other oldies, though. 1953 Philadelphia. $1948 Denver. Keep dropping these, dang. 48 Denver. 40s and 50s are like neck and neck right now. Alright, another 1945 out of Philly. This one's decent. This one's in decent condition. It's got a bit of corrosion on the head there, but it's a 1947 Denver. I'll have to check and see if that's going to be an upgrade or not. Oh, this one has a splash of red on it. Some of these, it's hard to see on the camera. Like, on the camera, I can't really see any red, but believe me, in real life, when you look at it at certain angles, you can see a splash of red on there. Although, it's got a line right there and some more corrosion. Next one. A really beat up 1954 Denver. Another beat up 52, although I guess these really nice ones are compensating for the gross ones. 54 Philly. 53S, and again, the ones that are, you know, discards, I mean, obviously I'm going to keep all these, but they'll just go in my wheat pennies that I roll up for when I coin roll hunt. 41 Denver, or for after I coin roll hunt. 46 Philly. Thought that one was going to be old, maybe not. 57D. Nope, 48 Denver. Oh, there's one. There's one that's pre-40s. $1935S. 1935S. So it's very beat up, but that is our first in the 30s. Another 57 Philly. I'm going to zoom this out just a little bit. 57 Philly. I wanted to zoom it in a bunch, but I zoomed it in, I think, maybe a little too much. 45D. Problem is, so many of these are so worn, I can't tell if they're old or not. There's our second oldest so far. 1940, out of Denver. I remember that 1940 Denver was actually, believe it or not, that was actually one I needed for my album for the longest time, back in like 2021. Alright. Starting off, second half, another dirty one. 46 Philly. Maybe an old one there. Could be. 51 Philly. Most of the, you know, it's funny. There's the mix of nice ones and terrible ones is quite strange. I mean, we got a lot of really bad condition ones and then a lot of really good condition ones. Most of them are not that great though. 1950S. This one looks older. Yep, 1929. Common year, common coin, but of course I dropped the one that's older. So we got another pre-40s, 1929. Oh, that one looks old. I think I got a glimpse of it. 1956. Denver. Again, it's in really good shape. It wasn't for corrosion. And we got one in the teens here. I got really excited for a second. I thought it was a 1909. It's not. But it is a 1919. Really, really worn. 1919S. So we have actually, against all odds, we've gotten a 30s, a 20s, and a teens now. So 1956. I'm really curious about what that other BU one is. 1956D. Another one that like is nice, but it has some corrosion. Holy cow. Oh man, look at that. This is a very nice 1944. And then there's that corrosion. Dang. That would have been a really nice coin otherwise. It's definitely got some red on it. Wow. That's the story for a lot of these. Nice but corroded. Next one. And then other ones are just like, most of them are just like this. They're just beat up. 48 Denver. This one is cleaned. 54 Denver. See, and this is actually a good time to take a moment to show you that it's not hard to tell the difference between a clean coin and a not clean coin. The one on the left is not a clean coin. The one on the right is a clean coin. If you look at the one on the left, it has cartwheels, it has natural shiny surfaces, and then this one, it's flashy, it's metallic, it's yeah, so it's pretty easy to tell the difference between a cleaned coin and a not clean coin. That's a good little example right there. Another 48 Denver. They love the 48 Denvers. 51 Denver. Not as nearly as nice as that other one. Oh, there's that Indian head. 1949. Wheat penny. Philly. There we go. Indian head penny. 1901. It almost feels slight concave. I don't know. That back, it actually is in really good shape. Look at the detail on that. Unfortunately, the front is quite worn. But the back actually has some really good detail. And I don't have very many Indian head pennies right now, so that's actually awesome. I was hoping it would be pre-1900s, but yeah, that's great. That's awesome. We still have one more surprise to go, because I haven't seen the date of that one. 51D. They seem to love the, like, 51Ds, 48Ds. 42 Denver. 44 Philly. '49S. Finally got another S minted one. '52 Philly. '41 Denver. 54 Philly. And then, you know what? Since there's only a couple left, I'll just save that one to the end. 52 Philly, in decent shape. And then the last regular one, 49D. And then this one has some pretty good circulation scratches in the middle there, unfortunately. But it is a 55D. So, that is, yeah, another great one. So, I'm going to sort all these, and I'll be back to you in a minute. Alright, so, I've gotten them all sorted out by year. These are the 40s, and these are the 50s. So, what I ended up doing, instead of putting the ones with, like, you know, that are nicer, that have a little bit of red on them aside, I decided to just put them on top, and organize them by year and mint. So, we got, no 58s, to my surprise, no 58s. We got 257 Denvers, 257 Phillies, one of them being that, that really nice one right there, a blazer. And then we have two from 50, we got 256 Phillies and one Denver. And then we have that, that gorgeous 55 Denver right there. That was the only one from 55. Then we got 254 Phillies, 254 Denvers, one of each of the 53s. The 53D being in pretty good shape. 252 Ps and 152D, and then 151 Philly and 351 Denvers. The best one being this one, which is the only really confirmed upgrade. But I have to check all the other ones I've got here against the book to see how they are. And then we have one of each mint from 49. We got a 47 Denver that looks pretty good. We got quite a few 48 Denvers. We got a... Well, actually, those should be switched. Yeah, quite a few 48 Denvers. We got 246 Phillies and 146S. We got a 45D, a 45S, and 345 Phillies. We got 2 from 44. One's a Denver and one is a Philly. This one being in pretty good shape if it wasn't for that corrosion. 142 Denver, 241 Denvers, and a 40 Denver. And then the oldest ones, 1935S, 1929 Philly, 1919S, and then the oldest one, the 1901 Indian Head. So, a lot better of a roll than the previous one. This is definitely going to end up being its own video. So, this is definitely a step up from the previous roll. So, yeah, and, I think that'll be pretty much the end of the video. So, I will, before I actually end the video, I'm going to do what I did with the last roll. And I'm probably going to do this anytime I do a wheat penny roll. I'm definitely going to do it on the third roll too. Before I actually end the video, I will give you guys a look at the book and show you guys any upgrades that I had. So no additions. I have all these. So yeah, let's check the book. Alright guys, I'll show you guys the book upgrades now. I know my first wheat penny roll that I did, I know I included the upgrades as a short, but I think obviously this video and for my final wheat penny roll, I'll just show them in the video. I'm not going to delete that short, I'll just leave it as it is, but it's one of those things, it's just a little mistake. So these are the upgrades, and to my shock, all three of those BU ones did upgrade. We got the 1951D, and the 51S turns out wasn't that great, but the 51D I had was actually decent. Like, it's actually in decent shape, but obviously it doesn't compare to that one. So that's upgrade number 1. Right there. And then the 55D that I had, again, was very, very nice. I was kind of torn, but this one has a little bit of spottiness on the back, and it's just not as lustrous as the one I found, so that's another upgrade. And then the 57 Philly is definitely an upgrade right there, and that's actually a pretty cool upgrade for me, because through 56D through 58D, the 57 Philly was the only one that was not red. So that was the one I had. That was the one I had in there, and then that's the upgrade. And if you give me a moment to close this, I'll turn the book around. And yes, this book, I am missing kind of the back plastic piece, but I just put some cloth there so they don't fall out or get damaged in any way. But yeah, those are the backs of the ones I replaced. The 51D, nothing else on that page, and then 55D, and then I think 57P. So we did have a few more upgrades. I'm happy to say all three of those were upgrades. So yeah, that roll was fantastic, and I hope that the final wheat penny roll is just as good. Unfortunately, I don't have a book for Indian head cents right now, but let's hope that the third roll and final roll is just as good, if not better.